Hello. Hi. Hope everyone's doing okay, and if you're not, well, we'll figure it out. We'll get through it together. I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy, but I'm also excited to play a video game that I've had sitting in my library for a while now. All the art looks really cool, and it's been a second since I've played a game where I don't know literally anything about it. It's not like a repeat game. Like I beat Fable ages ago. Now I'm playing Fable again because it's the first time I'm playing it since like 2014. But with Z.A.T.O, I think I just saw some like aura-filled post about it, and I was like, I'm intrigued. Consider me intrigued. And so I picked it up. It is according to Steam, it's a philosophical mystery visual novel with some psychological horror to it. So what better to do than engage with a little bit of psychological horror alone on a Sunday night, or alone with you on a Sunday night. The game is not booted up immediately because it had like a really cool trailer. As you can see, it is trailering. I was like, I gotta start the game with everybody here because this is nice. They wouldn't do this if it didn't matter. What a nice little introduction to video games. Also loud as fuck. Might be a bit loud, but it's fine. Ooh. I'm immediately enamored with the vibes. Immediately enamored with the vibes. Oh yeah. Alright. Well, first things first, I'm gonna turn the volume fucking down because everything is pretty freaking loud. And I'm not trying to blow out my dang ears. Okay, if the audio is still pretty good for you. I don't know about this. I don't know about this. But I want to know about this. This seems like fine though. Seems like good. Oh, we're in it. I know it has voice acting, but I'll probably also be reading lines because why not? Did you know that our sun is a very unusual star? To start with, it's a yellow dwarf. Those constitute for just 7 to 10% of all the stars in the universe. I didn't know that. It's an outlier even among those. Most yellow dwarfs are primarily covered with dark spots. The sun isn't. The majority of its surface is bright. In fact, it has 3 times the number of light spots than it does dark spots. I know that because I've stared at the sun before. I've looked. Sure, its overall brightness index is nothing special. You could even call it underwhelming compared to other stars of its type. But even so, it works harder than most to shine as bright as it can. And I find that really cute. I find it cute too. I don't remember where I read about this. Must have been some newspaper from years ago. But that small piece of trivia still pops in my mind whenever I look up at the morning sky. It's not much of a view, to be honest. Not much of a sky, not much of a sun. I guess that's the kind of region it is. Some people say the sun is just lazing around in our parts, what with the constant snow. But people that go around saying that, well, they clearly haven't read that newspaper. I love the images that are going through. I think this looks so fucking sick. The more I thought about things like that and the more I learned, the more I realized how incredible everything is. I'm not just saying that to mean amazing. I mean improbable. You can't deny the world is full of great coincidences. It's to the point where I've begun to ask myself how much of it we can attribute to pure chance. The universe was so kind as to give us both a star and a planet with perfect conditions for sentient life. Just the slightest fluctuation in the composition of our atmosphere, the size of the globe, or the distance between the Earth and the Sun, and none of the beauty surrounding us would exist. Some would call it a miracle. And of course, that's a lovely way to put it. But isn't that giving the world we're living in too little credit? But it's not that I subscribe to the anthropic principle or anything. I'm not so arrogant as to believe the universe exists just for our sake. Or rather, I'm not so sure it exists solely to be observed. When a baby is born, it's not preoccupied with how it is perceived. That conscious need emerges later as the child develops self-awareness. Until that point, its curiosity is aimed at its surroundings. So if anything, it's the opposite of what the anthropic principle entails. We're social creatures, so the need to be observed makes sense for our survival. But to say the universe itself shares that priority, it just doesn't make sense to me. ... Although, you can also think about it this way. A child is curious about the world because it perceives the world as external. But what if the child is the world? What if all that it could ever observe existed within itself? What can the all-encompassing universe be curious about? There's nothing but itself, so nothing but itself. There's nothing else to care about in the whole wide world. It is the world. Duh. Oh wait, now this makes perfect sense. If I put it like that, I guess the universe has no choice but to be self-centered. Huh? I'm very curious about who this narrator is. I want to learn more about why they're going off on this tangent. Even if this wasn't the case when it was born, what if the universe developed a desire to be perceived by others as it matured? The same way that a child would. And what do we do when we want others to perceive us a certain way? We try to mold ourselves accordingly. Ah, I think I get it now. The universe gradually felt the desire to be seen. It wanted to be admired, loved, and observed because there's nothing more a world can do but to observe itself. It's the best and only pastime there is as far as the world is concerned. And if observation is good, more observation is even better. Now that sounds like a surveillance state. That sounds like a panopticon kind of vibe. We don't like those. Of course, an endless universe can observe itself endlessly. You can say that its observation value equals infinity. That value may seem absolute, but it isn't really, not in mathematics. Infinity plus 1 exists. It's a value that the universe could never reach as a singular, albeit infinite, observer. So it had to create new, finite observers to add to its infinity. It needed to create sentient life. Sentient life is the plus 1. When I put it like that, it sounds like all of us are extras at a party. Now, isn't that fun? We're all at a party together. Yippee! This vast, mighty universe changed itself so meticulously to make new observers possible. It fine-tuned all of its systems so precisely just to have us here. Hi, Thomas. You ready for story time? It's Visual Novel Storytime Sunday. We're pontificating about the universe right now, and the sun and sentient life and all that jazz. It works so hard just to share its one joy with us. Us worthless insects. Oh no. Oh no, this can't be. That's cute. That's really, really cute. I should have expected this. I should have known the infinite universe would be infinitely cute. This world truly is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Ira Grachevskaya is missing. Asya, I guess, our first named character with a little thumbnail kind of vibe. Huh? I look up from my desk. I guess I'm Asya. A low hum runs through the class. Classmate A. Grachevskaya? What? Classmate B says. Seriously? Classmate C. She's just skipping. Nah, she ran off with that one guy. You saw? No, but come on, you know her. She's totally... Silence. The teacher taps her journal on the desk. Ira's parents filed the report yesterday night. They haven't seen her since she left for school. Another round of whispers. This photo is creepy to me. This image is scary. I can see why they have the psychological horror tag on their Steam profile for this game. The teacher raises her voice. So if any of you have any information that might help in finding Ira, please report it to the teacher's office or the police after class. That is all. On to the lesson. A chair creaks in the back. Vadim. Wait. You really expect us to just study like normal after hearing that? Yeah. Yeah, we're shocked, you know. We're worried sick. Seriously? Our classmates missing? Our friend? Ari Rochka? The room fills with repulsive giggles. Cut it out. Garen, sit back down. The teacher's voice sounds just as dry as it did when she broke the news. She turns toward the blackboard to write down the date. We all know the situation will probably resolve itself just fine. So let's not act dramatic. If you have anything valuable to say, I'll be happy to hear it in the office. She puts the chalk down and begins the lesson. It is December 19th. A bird flies past the window. And the scene changes. Disappearance? Give me a break. Aren't you supposed to wait 3 days or something? That's a myth. You can file a missing report whenever, especially if it's a kid. Oh yeah? Hey, let's report each other as missing and see who they find first. You're on. No, but seriously, what's with the sudden hubbub? So she didn't come home. big deal. I thought wandering off was her whole thing. Right? That's just Grachevskaya for ya. Bet her parents just want some attention. Like they need any more of that. I mean, I've heard of some weird cases. Yeah, never say never. Crazy is genetic. You think she's in some crack house now? No way. Do we even have any? I wish. At least there'd be something fun to do. This guy sucks. This guy sucks. Ha 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 ha. Honestly. Hey. But she's like for sure with the guy, right? The guy? Oh, you don't know? Bunch of people have seen them together. It's some older dude. He's like 30 or something. Ugh, I'm in the age where I'm older. Ew. You serious? Yeah, it's so trashy. I slowly walk behind my classmates as we head to the next lesson. It's irritating. Their conversation is ticking me off, and I'm not sure why. It's not as if they aren't making sense. It's not unusual for Ira to wander off somewhere on her own. I'm not treating this news with any real gravity. Really, I'm no better than them. There's a trace of worry in my head, but it isn't directed towards Ira. Instead, when I first heard about her disappearance, the thought that flashed into my mind was rather ugly. Now nobody will come to save me. Why does she need saving? Asya, why you need saving? Gross. But regardless of what people are saying, and regardless of what I personally think, that's still a missing person. Her poor parents must be so worried. Just picturing it makes me feel glum. I'm not surprised Ira would just run off somewhere without telling anybody. But still. I love these bubble glass fixtures. There's a space that opened up a new bar around the corner from where I work, and they have these glass squares all through their front, and it's just like, it's so of a time. People aren't putting weird glass up anymore. It's all just, the same millennial gray paneling on the side, like a normal window that opens normally. Nothing silly or weird. We need to bring back the silly and weird pieces of glass and shit. It's not like we've ever been friends. It would be stranger if I acted all torn up about it, right? She's just that kind of person. Always getting herself in trouble, always hanging out in places she's not supposed to be at. They're right, this wouldn't be the first time that Ira left for God knows where. But is it really true? The stuff they said about that older man? I've never seen or heard anything like that. Even though this whole time. I suppose it's plausible, knowing how some girls are. Even so, I never thought Ira would be the type to be love-struck like that. Love-struck, huh? When I put it that way, then it's almost definitely cute. Ira in love. Forbidden love, too. Wow, I'd never have guessed. I never took that girl for a romantic. But she is a girl at the end of the day. And she does like those types of books. So perhaps she was planning to elope all along? Ugh, crap. Crap. It's all so complicated. This person's they're letting their mind just run amok. They're all in their head about this one. I'm really torn on this. I really am. On one hand, it's super romantic. Such a beautiful young love with no regard for what anyone thinks. It's so incredible. It's incredibly cute. But on the other hand, I'm really sad. It's selfish and dumb, but if Ira is really gone, it's like I've got nothing to hope for anymore. Hey, Shabina. Huh? You know anything about this? No. Why would I? Well, you two are pretty close, right? Their whole group chuckles. We weren't. No? No, not at all. Really? Really? I thought you two were dykes. What? They all erupt in laughter. It's a Pride Month visual novel. Watch out. We weren't. We didn't even talk. Vadim, you dumbass. Gruchevskaya is screwing the old guy. She ain't like that. I don't know. Some chicks swing both ways. You never know these days. I don't. It's... look at her face. Chill out, Shabina. We're just kidding. Jeez. Why are you getting so scared anyways? You really a lesbo or something? I'm not. Ugh. They just keep laughing. What can I even say to that? No matter what I do, they just keep laughing. If Ira came in through the door right now and heard what they were saying, all hell would break loose. I mean, she only disappeared a day ago. She's probably just coming late today. She doesn't even know that there's a missing report. Maybe she already left her lover's place. Maybe she's trudging through our snowy schoolyard as we speak. No, she's already inside. She's already left her wet, puffy jacket in the cloakroom. Now she's going down the corridor, up the stairs, to the left. That's right, she's coming. This bitch is in love. This bitch is in love. She's gonna storm in any minute now. Right, that's it. I hear her. I can hear her footsteps. She's coming. Ira's coming. What's with that face? You look like you're holding a shit. She's totally a lesbo. I'm not. I've never talked to her. I told you. The steps walk past the classroom. Now that they're closer, they don't sound like her at all. They never sounded like her in the first place. Well, maybe not with her, but like in general. Yeah, you don't have a boyfriend, right, Shabina? Why's that? Huh? I don't know. Dude, look at her. Be real. Come on, don't say that. What, you want to be her boyfriend? Hey, Shabina, want to go out with Igor? Oi! What? Come on, he's a great guy. Right, Igor? Igor. You'd treat her right. Piss off, man. I'm not doing this. Damn, this Vadim guy sucks. This Vadim guy sucks shit. I bite my tongue. Tisk. There I go again. Bad habit. It's not like it works anyways, so why do I keep doing it? I plop down at my desk and start mindlessly flipping through the textbook. I need to stop indulging fantasies like that. just makes me feel stupid every time. If Ira came in through the door and beat them up right then and there, would it really help my case? They'd probably keep saying the same things behind her back and to my face. I guess it really would be for the worse. Yeah, I shouldn't have wished for that. If Ira saw that, it would just add fuel to the fire. So it's a good thing that I didn't interfere. It's a good thing. It's really a great thing. Oh, she's so in the closet, man. At least these guys don't bother me for the rest of the day. Everyone's too preoccupied with gossip. I can't focus on studying either. I keep thinking. The last time I saw Ira, the teacher says her parents saw her leaving in the morning, but she didn't show up to class. That part's nothing new. Ira's always had a bad attendance record, so I assume she skipped as usual and went to see that man they talked about. Did she go to him right away? Because in that case yesterday evening, go home, Asya. Uh-oh. The teacher's office, was it? Kind of scared of going straight to the police. But I should probably report that. Not sure if it'll be of any help. And for some reason, the idea of telling anyone what I saw, something about it, just doesn't sit right with me. But there's no logical reason for that. I need to get over myself. Sure, she's probably fine, I know that. Freaking everyone knows that. But if she's not, well, I'm gonna regret it big time. But I might also be tearing star-crossed lovers apart. If Ira really ran away to be with someone that she cares about so deeply, away from society's ridicule, would it really be right to ruin it? Crap. I have to admit, I'm also a little judgmental. I mean, it's really beautiful. I do believe that judging love like that is ugly, ugly, ugly. But whenever I start to consider it closely, I just can't brush off how much older that man is. I just can't. I'm really no better than the rest. Wait, that's it. So that's why I don't want to tell anybody about what I saw. It must be the good in me screaming, don't ruin their good fortune. They're probably happy together right now. It's none of your business. Gosh, that must be it. That explains everything. Should I follow my heart then? Should I keep silent? It's not as if what I had seen will make a difference. It was kind of inconsequential. Hi, Jorts. How are ya? It's Sunday night visual novel story time, Pride Edition. So far, our titular narrator, Asya, has gone on tangents about the universe and stars and forbidden love, and also has gotten called a dyke and a lesbo. What do you gotta do? A classmate is missing and suspected. Whoa! Hey, thanks, Jorts. I appreciate that. You're a real sweetheart. Got Slaxer a sub. Somebody named I'm Z.A.T.O, Romano G, Shielded Leaf, Polar Agent 47, and hey, guess what? That's your 67th gifted sub. 2 years cancer free. That's awesome. Let's double it. Those are rookie numbers. Let's get those numbers up. We're gonna keep getting them up. I think I'm going to the first crossroads in this visual novel. Do I go report what I saw or do I hold it in? I don't know. There's no point in telling anyone about it at all. It's not the kind of information that points to any particular location or culprit. Not that there is one. Not that there is one. So let's keep silent and everyone will be happy. I'll be happy, the good, irrational me will be happy, and the cold, reasonable me will be happy as well. Yep. Yep. Good job, Asya. You solved it. It sure is nice to have a clean conscience. Well, no need to loaf around here any longer. Guess I better head home. Counterpoint. Wow, that was kind of shocking. Counterpoint? Counterpoint. What if, and bear with me here, what if Ira is actually missing? Despite all odds, there's always a possibility that she is in danger. If there's even the tiniest chance that my report will help in finding her, then that info is worth providing. And if she really did elope with her beloved, then my testimony won't change a thing. It's worthless at worst. That's true. If I carefully weigh on the pros and cons, now the off chance of Ira being in danger and my words being the key to saving her makes for a strong argument. Whoa. My words being the key to saving her? Yeah. That would be so amazing. And then I'd come home and visit her in the hospital, and she wouldn't know how to thank me. And she'd say, I shouldn't have. And she'd say, I told you to leave me alone, dummy. And then I'd just shake my head and respond, it's nothing. I was just doing what I was supposed to. No, gotta come up with something cooler. I'll need to think about that. Wait, why is she in the hospital? Do I hope Ira ends up in the hospital? Jeez, of course not. I don't need my freaking testimony to save her. I hope my testimony is useless because she's already home. Or is calling home, telling her parents how happy she is with the love of her life. That's what I hope for. I keep having stupid thoughts today. At least I know what I should do now. I've made my decision. I'm going to the teacher's office. Where was it again? I doubt they expect anyone to come. I'll probably look kind of silly. Wouldn't be the first time. Well, who cares? Walking, down the staircase, to the right, down the hall. There, that's teacher's office. Oh. A girl. Pretty girl. There's a girl standing there right by the door. I think I've seen her before. Is she an upperclassman? Our town's really tiny, and so is our school. If I were a better person, I would know her name. She turns to look at me. I'm not sure what she's expecting, so I nod a little. Is there a queue? A queue? To the office. Oh. Oh no. I'm just waiting for someone. Huh. Oh, okay. Hey. What? You're Asya, right? Ah, yes. How did you know? It's kind of a loaded question. How do we know anything? I mean, it's not like we have lots of faces to remember here. You know me too, right? Sorry. Really? That's what I was talking about. It's not that I don't care to remember everyone's names. I just don't know where other people get them from. They say that in tiny cities like this, everyone knows each other, but that's just not true. We learn about the people outside of our immediate circle through gossip and common friends. But I haven't made any new ones since the day that Tosia left. And gossip. Sure, sometimes I overhear my classmates chatting about this and that, but I don't like listening to them. I don't like their voices, so I try not to pay them too much attention. Wait, when I put it like that, it kind of sounds like my fault. My point is, when people regurgitate the idea of everyone knows everyone, the word everyone doesn't include me. The name's Marina. Oh, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. You got something to share about Grachevskaya? How did you know? What do you mean, how? We had an announcement, same as you. They told us to report to the teachers and all. Ah, I see. For some reason I thought they only broke the news to us, Ira's classmates. But it makes sense they'd at least give the upperclassmen a heads up in case they happen to know her. Which means... you also know something about Ira? Yep. Oh, that's great. So you talked with the teachers already? Sure did. Wow. What did you tell them? Tisk. That's between me and the investigation. You can't just spout info like that out in the open, Asya. The walls got ears. Oh. I understand. Sorry. Okay. Well, you don't have to apologize. Crap. I'm making an awful first impression. Not only did I not know her name like I was supposed to, but now I look like I don't know the first thing about vigilance. Ugh, who am I kidding? I really don't. I love this girl failure. She's so in her damn head. I'm smitten already. We're a half hour deep and I'm smitten. Also, I love the art. I love the art of these characters. I'm glad I picked this up. I'm glad I decided that this is a game I wanted to play. I'll just go in then. Marina suddenly blocks my path. No, you won't. Sorry? You're not telling them anything. She gestures with her finger to the tact of each syllable. Why? Because a bad feeling stirs up in my chest. Please don't tell me it's gonna be the same thing as my classmates. Is this because I acted rude? I didn't mean to. Well, I never mean to. I just can't help it, can I? We just met and I've already managed to mess everything up. Damn it. I desperately search her face for signs of mockery. But weirdly, I can't find any. I've been waiting for you. Huh? Hehehe. Surprised? Of course I am. No, wait. This has to be some stupid ruse. I'm going to believe this girl and then she'll just laugh in my face about it. I'm serious. Ira told me about you. Really? Yeah. Oh gosh, they talked about me? Wow. I'm shocked Marina is being as friendly as she is, considering the kind of description Ira could give. Wait, does this mean she's a friend of Ira's? For some reason, I never thought about her having any, at least not at school. That's really presumptuous of me. I wonder what Ira is like when she's with friends. I know you saw her yesterday. I figured you'd want to report it, so I ran here as soon as classes ended. I guess it'd be easier to catch you between lessons, but I got caught up in all of those stupid rumors. Kinda slipped my mind. She knows? But hey, what matters is that it all worked out. So why are you stopping me? Well, Marina looks around the empty corridor before lowering her voice. If you tell them about yesterday, you will make everything worse. Huh? Let's not talk about this in front of the office, okay? Come on, let's go. She takes a step back and beckons me with her hand. I'm not sure what she has in mind, but it doesn't seem like a prank. Still... Wait. I know Ira's probably fine, but isn't it better to play it safe? The faster we share all we know with everyone, the... Quiet, you! I just said that we shouldn't talk about this stuff where the adults can hear. What? Marina grabs my hand and starts dragging me down the corridor. She's not exactly being quiet either. All of my stumbled protests sound so weak they might as well be white noise to the other girl. Yes, I spent half the day doubting whether I should report at all. So what? Carefully examined my options and came to my own conclusion. I deserve to see it through. I deserve to testify. But some part of me is relieved that the ultimate choice was made for me. I mean, that silly gut feeling I thought I overcame with reason has come out on top. So there was something to it in the end. So I was right. My heart was right. Sure, I can't actually know that, since I have yet to hear what Marina has to say, but this can't be pure chance, can it? And if it's not, what does it actually hinge on? Did Marina show up because the world needed to stop me for the sake of something important? Or did Marina show up because I subconsciously wished for something, for anything, to stop me? Whatever it was, I guess I don't mind this after all. I think I'll stick to the grander narrative angle for the time being. The world bending itself to the will of some worthless gnat is a preposterous idea. But it wouldn't be the first time for me, would it? And the fact that the world, for any reason, has decided to guide me towards the right path, that's so endlessly sweet. Down the stairs, to the lobby, to the coat room, I don't resist anymore. Marina drags me along and I can feel my doubt turning to excitement. This is definitely the right path. This girl knows about Ira, and I want to know more about Ira too. The whole wide world wants me to know. This bitch is gay. This bitch is gay. Ugh, but she doesn't know if she's gay or not. I feel like it's gonna be a loud noise. Oh, here we are. I love the world and everything in it. Episode 1, Ira. Ooh, we're in an episodic game. I literally know nothing about this game outside of I saw some stills and I thought it looked cool. What the hell is your problem? Everyone is looking from Ira to Garen to the chair that just crashed on the floor next to the boy, barely missing him. Huh? Gruchevskaya, the fuck? Is she insane? Somebody call the teacher. Not paying any mind to the commotion that has filled the classroom, Ira storms toward Garen. Her face is contorted with rage. Before he can react, she rips a notepad from his hand and slams it on my desk. I hastily grab onto it. Read that again, and I'll kick your teeth in. Huh? Are you nuts? Ira doesn't respond. For a second, she just glares at him and then turns around and stomps back to her desk. The classmates who were caught up in laughing fit just a moment ago are now watching her in silent bewilderment. They scoot out of her way as she retrieves her bag and then heads toward the door. Crazy bitch! She ignores him. Ah, Gruchevskaya, where are you going? Bump. Hey. Ira forcefully pushes past the teacher. You? Gruchevskaya? What do you think you're doing? Your parents will hear about this. Her threat falls on deaf ears. Ira Gruchevskaya. Everyone knew Gruchevskaya. She's always been like that, I think. No, not throwing chairs around. Ira had no regard for the rules that everyone's supposed to follow. I guess they call someone like that a problem child. Her parents got a lot of flack for it. It's only normal in a town like ours, not just because of the small size, but because of its, let's say, exclusivity. Vorkuta 5 prides itself on its virtually non-existent crime rate. That's the natural consequence of nobody being allowed to enter or exit without a permit. You're lucky to be here, to have a salary higher than the national average, to have access to goods people in the neighboring towns can't even dream of. Few get afforded such a privilege. Last time I checked, our population hasn't even hit 6,000. So when someone like Ira appears on this tiny society's radar, she's not just seen as delinquent. She's a puzzling stain on a community that's meant to be spotless. Like a weed that sprouted in a painstakingly maintained flower garden. Of course, it's not as if she had appeared out of thin air. It's all in the family, they say. The blame falls on the people responsible. That is, on Ira's parents. Any questions begin to arise. Why is Gruchevsky's daughter behaving like this? Is there trouble at home? Do they believe this is acceptable? Do they not teach her discipline? Do they not understand how fortunate they are? They've been granted so much that they can't do the bare minimum in raising their own child. Do they really want to be here? Do we want them to be here? Ominous. I've heard a lot of talks like that. I've heard more after Ira threw the chair at Garen. I didn't get why. Everyone was just having fun. And it was my fault for bringing the notebook anyway. I was hoping to write a little in the library once school was done, but my bag slipped and all the contents scattered to the floor. Of course they would get curious about it. Of course they would want to read the silly things I wrote. It's not a big deal. It's not like I've ever taken poetry or drawing very seriously. Those are just fun distractions, nothing more. People laugh, well, what's it matter to me? I wouldn't want to wrap my head around it. I couldn't wrap my head around it. I couldn't, but I still wanted to thank Ira somehow. She rarely shows up to school, and even when she does, she could just leave at random. I couldn't get a hold of her for a long time because of that. Well, that, and also I was really scared. Ira's never as much as looked at me. Even when she lashed out at Garen, it was like I weren't even there. But 2 weeks after the incident, it finally happened. We crossed paths. Went to the bathroom during some lesson. I think it was math. I came in through the door. Cool. She's cool. And there she was, blowing white smoke through the half-open window. She's so cool. I didn't even know she was at school. What a fucking fit. Oh, hi. Ira shot me a disinterested look. Hi. I awkwardly scuttled past her to one of the stalls. After closing the door, I realized I was so nervous I couldn't do any of my business. So I just sat there thinking about how I should approach her. It's not like I had some long conversation or formalities in mind. I just wanted to say thanks. In theory, it should have been easy. But wouldn't that make me look like a weirdo too? Assuming she did all of that for me? That would just make me look self-centered. I had no idea how much time had passed while I was in the stall. Maybe 5 minutes, maybe 20 seconds. When I heard what sounded like her getting off the windowsill, I swung open the door. Wait! Wait. Huh? I froze up. She stood next to the window, bag in hand. The cold draft wafted through her hair. I had to say something. I got this rare chance the world gave me, this rare chance to tell her what I wanted. But what am I supposed to say? Thank you? After I just tumbled out of a toilet stall? What? She raised an eyebrow. I stood there with my mouth helplessly open, as if I had just gone mute, or as if every word in the Russian dictionary got wiped from my brain. Whatever. No, wait. Please. I took a step towards her and she jolted away like I were a leper. I didn't know what I should say or ask. I just knew I had to say something, even if it was the first thing that popped to my mind. What? What in the hell do you want? Isn't it cold? Huh? The windowsill. When you sat smoking there right by the window, I thought, weren't you cold like that? Huh? She blinks. Not really. Maybe a little. I thought so. Anything else? No. I mean, yes, I'm sorry that you got in trouble. Huh? Well, I heard you got into a lot of trouble after that. You know, when Garen read my stupid poetry. I'm sorry for that. She eyed me for several seconds, which to me felt like an eternity. She then sighed and slowly flipped her hair back. And why are you apologizing? That had nothing to do with you. Well, I guess not. His voice was getting on my nerves. I see. I looked down at the tiled floor. I knew that was the case. Of course, it's not like I was hoping Ira jumped in to defend my honor or anything of that sort. I wanted to thank her regardless of intent, but no matter how hard I thought and tried to word it, everything just came out sounding awkward or wrong. Why does this always happen? The soles of her boots squeaked against the floor. She spun around and walked towards the door, and this time I made no attempt to stop her. Your poetry isn't stupid. Huh? Slam! I stood there, dumbfounded. Did she just say that? Did I hear it right? Your poetry isn't stupid. Does that mean she likes it? Ira likes my poetry? Ira Grachevskaya? The bell rang and snapped me out of my short-term stupor. I shook my head. Right, I need to get back to the classroom. I doubted I was going to be at the next lesson. Wash my hands from nothing in particular. Ira likes my poetry? Weeks passed. My life didn't exactly change. I went to school the same way. I sat through the lessons, I went to the store, then to the library or for a walk, and when it got dark, I headed home. Day after day. Huh? My notebook. I just left to get a snack from the cafeteria. Where did it go? Shabina. We borrowed your homework for a second. You don't mind, right? It's fine. Thanks. By the way, is this supposed to be you? He lifts a scrap of paper up to me. Oh no. I forgot I left it in there. No. It's just a drawing. Yeah? You sure? It really looks like you if you're pretty. It's not me. Whatever you say. Sometimes my classmates joked around with me. Whenever that happened, my thoughts involuntarily drifted to Ira. She still attended classes, albeit irregularly. She always vanished during breaks. I don't know where to, and I wouldn't dare ask. Something told me she'd say, "None of your business," if I did. And she'd be right. But even so, I kept imagining those scenarios in my head. Not just when I was being laughed at. I started doing it when I was walking home from school, or to the store, just wandering the streets, killing time. I kept thinking about how funny it would be if I bumped into Ira. It's not how interesting it would be if we talked. I even tried to stay out longer. I started to take new routes. It's embarrassing to think about it now, but... Ah, Ira. She just walks past me in the corridor. Not even a nod, not even a look in my direction. I guess I don't exactly stand out in a crowd, but... No, it's my fault for mumbling. I should have spoken louder. Even though it took all of my courage just to muster that much. This bitch is gay! That's awesome! That's so sick! Even though I definitely think I should have heard it. That she should have heard it. Hey, Vadim. What? Oh, if you right click, you, go. Yeah, sure, I'll save. I didn't realize that. My bad. What? Remember when I gave you 50 kopecks? Can I have it back? Huh. 50 kopecks? When was that again? It's last Friday. Jesus. You remember things like that? Can I have it back?
Man, I don't even remember taking it. You sure you're not making this up? Maybe you gave it to somebody else.
No, it was you.
Jeez. I don't freaking know.
It's half a ruble, Shabina. Who gives a shit? Why do you care so much? So petty. You probably just lost it or something. My eyes keep snapping to the doorway. It's empty, of course. What am I waiting for? Even if she showed up, what would she do? Mug him in front of everyone? That'd be really funny. Hey, stop thinking of that. Maybe he really did forget. Who knows? I really shouldn't be upset. It's not that much. You could go grocery shopping with that, but it's not the end of the world. I'm not exactly starving. Lately, I've been eating too much junk anyways. Yeah, maybe if I eat less of this stuff, my skin will clear up. That'd be nice. Asha, you don't use makeup at all, right? No, I don't. We're not allowed to, though. What are you saying? They allowed it last year. Really? Nobody's gonna send you home for it. Oh. Well, that's good, I guess. These girls rarely talk to me. They're usually pretty nice, though. At least when they're not joking along with the guys. I think one of them likes Vadim. She laughs a lot whenever he says anything to me. Suppose we have very different senses of humor. But you never tried it before, yeah? Makeup? No, never. Seriously? You're like 15 already. 14. Same thing. You gotta learn to do it at some point. Especially with that complexion. Well, I'm not really... Hey, how about we help you out? Huh? Yeah, just some light makeup. You'll see what it's like. I don't know. Come on, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, you're gonna love it. Alright, but... Yay! Come here then. I don't think people do unpleasant things on purpose. Nobody wakes up in the morning with the goal to make somebody feel bad. Really believe that. If somebody is doing something hurtful, they don't fully understand it. So I shouldn't wish bad things on people who don't really know they're being mean. I shouldn't wish for Ira to appear and interrupt them, or to scream at them, or punish them, or anything. I can still hear everyone laughing as I run out to the corridor. covering my face. I don't need any teachers seeing me like that. At least the toilet's closed so I can wash this mess off quickly. Ugh. I should stop falling for these pranks, but... Bump. So sorry. Lift up my face without thinking. Oh no. Ugh. The hell? Ira jerks away from me. I can't blame her. I must look like an insane person. Yeah, I look awful. God. I can't handle her looking at me like that. I'm sorry. Huh? I run past her. Run. I just need to get to the restroom. I just need to wash it off. After about a month, reality had dawned on me. I kept telling myself that Ira's actions had nothing to do with me. She told me that much, and in no uncertain terms. She said that, and I kept repeating it again and again and again and again. But I didn't believe it. On some level, I still held on to the faint hope that Ira pitied me, that she cared about me for God knows what reason. No, really, what was the reason? Her lashing out at a classmate she found annoying? One who just so happened to make fun of me? Her not joining in? Her telling me she liked my writings? She didn't even say that much. She said they weren't stupid.
Oi.
Huh? 3 coins clink against my desk. 20, 20, 10. So he remembered. There. Thanks for the unforgettable night. Everyone around erupts in snickers. Huh, you're a cheap deal. You free later. Ha 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 ha. Very funny. Oh, please, Shabina, get a sense of humor. Your face is dragging down the class morale. That's right. You're doing us all a disservice. Think of your classmates for once. Damn, high school sucks everywhere. I let myself believe that something would change. I thought about it as if I deserved it. As if I didn't have it good enough before. As if my life had any real problems. I was just being greedy. Plain and simple. Getting my hopes up over some silly coincidence. It's also stupid. I can't help but laugh. Ha ha ha. But that's okay. I know better now. I was being ridiculous. It's shameful to admit too, but it's better late than never, right? Got a little too caught up in my own little world. And hey, even if they didn't amount to anything, I could still appreciate those little encounters with Ira for what they were. They're brief but wonderful moments. I could reminisce fondly about the one time I lucked out and saw Garen all scared and confused. Or the time that somebody gave my work a compliment, backhanded as it was. I could do that, because everyone does that. Everyone has those little things that they look back on with a smile. It's beautiful in its own way, is it not? Our whole lives are a series of episodes, both good and bad. It doesn't matter if they grow into a bigger story, because each moment has a lot of merit of its own. It's something I should learn to be content with. It's something I've been perfectly content with until now. Until I decided that what I had wasn't enough. Speaking objectively, what is there to complain about? Like, no, seriously. I live in the prettiest part of our vast country. I have a comfortable roof over my head and even my own room. I have 2 living parents. I have wonderful hobbies to enjoy, paper to write on, books to read, and TV to watch. I buy myself treats almost every day after I'm done with school. I have good grades, and teachers tell me I have great potential. My classmates also recognize how studious I am. I help them with their studies when they ask me to. That's right, I've got classmates that I can always talk to. Guys I can laugh along with, even if their jokes don't always land. Even if my sense of humor isn't the best. All of this, I have all of this, right here, right now. Everything that a girl my age could ever ask for. So why did I act as if that weren't enough?
You idiot!
What? Why the hell do you always go along with some bullshit? Aura looks like she's gonna slap me, but instead swings her boot against a snow hill. She then turns to me and starts roughly swiping clumps of snow still stuck in my coat. My whole body feels slightly numb. When I start to speak, my voice comes out weaker than expected. Ira, how did you know I was here? Doesn't matter. I heard that asshole Garen giggling about it. Can you stand? Yeah. I clumsily get up. My limbs feel rigid. I know you shouldn't sit on concrete when it's cold. I wouldn't normally. There's nowhere else to sit near the school's back entrance, and my legs were starting to get tired. I half-heartedly shake the snow off my skirt and tights. The flakes fall gently on the ground below. I look at Ira. Her face is... huh? The word concern flashed in my head, but I've already learned I'm no good at judgments like that. I shouldn't be presumptuous. It's a bad habit of mine. And I shouldn't flatter myself. I shouldn't, but the question escapes before I manage to cut myself short. So why are you here? What do you mean, why? I told you. Garen was bragging about slipping you that stupid letter. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Huh? Well, this doesn't have anything to do with you, does it? As soon as I say that out loud, I realize I messed up. I really did. Now she's gonna punch me. Ira's gonna punch me for real. Please. Ira's gonna punch me. Oh no. No. She's gonna punch me and then never speak to me again. I don't even say sorry. I just brace myself for the incoming blow. Physical, verbal, I don't care. I've earned it. No, not really. It doesn't concern me at all. It's just annoying. Is that so? Yeah. He pissed me off. And you pissed me off too. I don't freaking get you. You knew it wasn't real. There's no way you believe that, right? Right? I didn't believe it. I'm not that stupid. I looked down at the moist and crumpled letter I forgot I was still holding. It's the oldest trick in the book. A love letter prank. Really? Who would fall for that? I stare at the shriveled up piece of paper and something about its whole existence feels extremely sad to me. You want to burn it? Huh? I have matches. Oh. No thanks. It's wet anyways. I fold the letter and shove it into my pocket. It'll get damp inside, but I don't care. I can't throw it away. A fake confession is still a confession in the end. Those words didn't choose to be written insincerely. It's okay. Even if this whole thing isn't real, I met Ira today. Ira came. After all these weeks of praying, Ira came. Thank you. Eh? I smile at her. Even after I said I had come to terms with it, no, right as I was saying it to you, to myself, to the world, I knew that I was lying. I couldn't throw away that last dumb scrap of hope I had. The small, involuntary thought that crept into my mind whenever I felt slightly lonelier than usual. Even if it took so long, she finally came. I didn't do anything. I didn't really do anything, really. Ah, flustered. Ira's flustered. Is she flustered? Really? That's cute. That's just so cute. It is cute. It's actually incredibly cute. Huh? What's with you? Ah, right. I'm grinning like an idiot. Sorry. I'm fine. Whatever. I'm going home. What? Already? Ira gives me a quick once-over. You... take care. Huh? Yeah. Oh, okay. Bye-bye. We wave at each other and I watch her disappear behind the corner. I hesitate. Maybe I shouldn't. It feels like there's still so much I want to say to her. I don't know what or why. I just know it's a lot. I turn and walk a couple steps in the direction of my home. No. I change my mind. I run back. Crap, my legs are still so stiff. I turn the same corner Ira passed not even a minute ago and she's already gone. I sigh. The snow here isn't deep enough to leave clear footprints. Not that I'd be desperate enough to follow. Why does she always leave in such a rush? Ira. It's okay. My life didn't exactly change. I went to school the same way, I sat through the lessons, then went to the store, then to the library, or for a walk, and then, when it got dark, I headed home. Day after day. Sometimes my classmates joked around with me. Whenever that happened, my thoughts involuntarily drifted to Ira. She still attended classes, albeit irregularly. She always vanished during breaks, and I don't know where to, and I wouldn't dare ask. Something told me she'd say, "None of your business," if I did. And she'd be right. But even so, I kept imagining those scenarios in my head, not just when I was being laughed at. I did when I was walking home from school or to the store, or just wandering the streets, killing time. I kept thinking about how funny it would be if I bumped into Ira. I thought how interesting it would be if we talked. I even tried to stay out longer. I started taking new routes. As naive as it was to behave that way, I kept doing it. Again and again. Walking and walking, praying and praying. Do you assholes ever shut up? Huh?
Ugh, this bitch.
Nobody saw Ira enter the class. Everyone was too busy whistling and laughing. Oh. And she caught me in a really dumb pose. Well, that's on me. I wouldn't have chosen Dare if I knew she'd see me like that. Though choosing truth when playing with these guys, I'm not sure what's worse. Oh well. I'm saying all this, but I got what was coming to me. I chose to embarrass myself, and as I did so, I kept begging, wishing as hard as I could for Ira to appear, and so she did. And now, despite the overwhelming shame, I feel so happy I might explode. Ira walks to her desk, barely paying me a passing glance, and all the boys skirt out of her way, only Garen doesn't. Move.
Nah. What's the rush?
Come play with us too. Huh? Haha, dude, you're crazy. Or whatever that was said. I accidentally clicked too quickly.
Come on. Have some fun for a change.
Look, Shabina's having fun. Right, Shabina? Please don't look. Yes. See? Ira doesn't flinch. Out of my way. Or what? You're gonna throw a chair at me? To everyone's surprise, Ira calmly puts her bag on the nearest desk. She starts digging through it without saying a word. Garen lets out an awkward chuckle. What, got a grenade in there or something? She looks at him. Huh? What? Swish! Whoa! Garen jumps back, bumping into another student.
What the fuck?
Everyone shifts away. What was that, huh? What the hell? You... Something silvery shines in Ira's hand. It's a bow compass. Is that...
Are you serious?
She doesn't say anything. The room fills with low murmurs that quickly turn into jeers. Psycho, nutcase, crazy bitch. Ira lowers the compass and makes her way to her desk, looking unbothered. It's just like the last time. Ira saves me without acknowledging my existence. Maybe some onlookers know most people will think she didn't plan on helping me at all. And that's what I'm inclined to think as well, yet my unreasonable heart is still elated. And I'm getting some really silly thoughts. The 2 times when Ira lashed out at Garen were the 2 times she saw him laughing at my expense. That can't be a coincidence, right? Of course it can. It was only 2 times. 2 times and weeks apart. You'd be an idiot to think otherwise. Yes, I guess you're right. It's the only logical train of thought. I should agree. I would agree if only I didn't do anything, really. If only Ira didn't show up that day. It's been 2 weeks since then. And I haven't stopped replaying that moment in my mind. Over and over and over and over and over. I didn't get sad about Ira ignoring me at school or anywhere anymore, because in that moment, I got all the justification I could have asked for. It was everything I could have hoped for. But I'm still a very greedy person. I'm still not good enough. It's still not good enough. I still keep looking for her when I'm out. It's almost ridiculous how hard it can be to catch a person in a town this small. So at some point I started to wonder. I saw my classmates regularly just out and about, strolling along the main street, the courtyards, the community center, the store, the cafe. They weren't hard to run into. But it was as if Ira spent all of her free time at home. Which could be the case, but didn't sound like something she would do. What I heard and could assume, she didn't have the best relationship with her parents. Spending hours on end at a home like that every day? No, I really doubt that. The other more probable option was that she preferred the outskirts. Maybe she didn't want to be bothered. That sounded like her. Well, despite that being highly likely, I was hoping to do just that. Bother the heck out of her. I felt almost brave about it. Ira could totally get pissed. She could push me away. She could even attack me. Whoa. But for some reason, I really didn't think she would. Huh. My breath halted. Oh. Hey. Hi. The vents near the Research Institute expel hot air. Nobody really goes here aside from the staff coming in and out for a smoke. I never ran into any, but the ground here is littered with cigarette butts, so that's a safe bet in my book. Why is Ira here, of all places? Again? Huh? How many times can you buy into those stupid pranks? They seriously sent you all the way here? What? Oh no, I didn't get any letters after that. I'm just taking a stroll. A stroll? Here? Yeah. Okay. Ira gives me an incredulous look. Do you like smoke? No, I don't. Why? It's a smoking area. Ah. Yeah, yes, I know that. You want to try them? What? Smoking? No, thank you. Okay. She shrugs. Ugh. Awkward start. I can't let it end here. I need to just, and what about you, Ira? What about me? Why are you here? Were you at the Institute? Yeah. Something like that. Something like that? My mom works here. She forgets her lunch sometimes. Oh. Oh. You bring her lunch. That's what I said. That's so sweet. Huh? I mean, it's really nice you look out for your mom. It's whatever. It's not. I know it's not. With all you've heard about her family, the fact that she still goes out of her way like that, it's really amazing. The thought of doing something like that for my parents has never crossed my mind. I mean, if I were told to deliver something, I would. But Ira's different. She wouldn't do something just because she was ordered to. She'd have to really care about it. Crap. That proves it. Ira and I weren't cut from the same cloth. When I spend my days looking for excuses to stave off the minute I have to come home, Ira's cooking, packing lunch, and carrying it to the edge of town. That goes against everything I've heard. But it makes so much sense. That's why I never see her on the street. That's why she doesn't have time to sit in the cafe. That's why she doesn't idle away at the community center. That's why she's such a caring person. That's why I'm such a piece of trash. No. Whoa, that scared me. She only said her mom forgets her lunches sometimes. Lunches are prepared in advance. It doesn't take long to get to the Institute if you walk from the other side of town. Yeah, that's true. Still, she'd still have plenty of time to spare. This doesn't work. This explanation doesn't work. Oh, goodbye, Ira. Ira walks back into the building. Do I really need an explanation? It's none of my business. I'm not so delusional as to believe we're close enough to share something like that. That'd be nice, but it's not how things work. Things work like this. When Ira's in the room, Garen doesn't talk to me as much. When she isn't, I wish she would be.
Your friend's not here today.
Who?
Who do you think?
Oh. She's not really my friend.
Your pitbull, then.
Pitbull? Ha 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 ha. Hey, that's spot on.
You can't make a harmless joke around that chick without her throwing a conniption fit. It's annoying as shit.
They think we're friends? Well, not really. But it looks like they've picked up on it. On Ira reacting like that to me being used Ira reacting like that to me being used as laughingstock. So it wasn't just me. It's not just my wishful thinking. That's nice to hear. Even if I still don't know for sure. It's the most comforting thing I've heard out of Garen's mouth to date. At least she barely shows up. Yeah, they'll probably kick her out before New Year's with that attendance record. Good riddance. That's right. Ira can't possibly be meeting the minimal attendance requirements. I don't know about her grades, but... Wait, I don't think they can expel her. Huh? Why not? We're the only school in town. Where else is she gonna go? Damn. Good point. Whew.
Well, her parents could just send her away.
You mean to another town?
Yeah.
To a relative or something? No. Oh man, now that you say that, everyone pretend to be surprised when that happens. No. No, no, no. I hate how they're right. I hate that I can see that happening. Everyone talks about it. How Ira's a nuisance to her household. How it's been like that for a long time. But still, she forgets her lunch sometimes. Ah! That can't happen. No. It can't. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. They can't send her away. She can't go. She's so nice. She cares. She does. Maybe not for me, but for her family. Why would they send her away? That's just too cruel. They can't do that. If they do, then it'll all be over. If they do, then I won't. We just started. I don't know. I can't even call it talking. I don't know what it is, but that doesn't matter. Even if she just tolerates me, even if she doesn't want anything to do with me, I don't care. This can't happen. This physically cannot happen. I raise my head, and look out through the window. The snow is falling lightly on the yard. The dark pine branches sway under its weight. The long gray clouds glide placidly across the tundra, far past the fences, past the mountain ridge, so far away that I can't picture it. So far away that my mind circles twice around the earth and comes back to the spot I'm sitting in. This world is way too gentle. It's been too kind to an ungrateful brat like me. So if I've earned this world's good graces, why can't a person so much more deserving do the same? What does a person like that have to do? And is there anything that I can do? A bird flies past the window. Ira. What? I'm really using up all my luck these days. Ira sits smoking in the girls' bathroom just like she did when I first talked to her. Some snowflakes blow into the room and stick in her hair. It's gotten colder. Maybe you shouldn't sit so close. I know you don't like going to class as much, but you can really get kicked out like that. Is that why you came here? To tell me that? I know that. I'm not stupid. I don't think you are. Do you just really not care? Everyone says that you'll get sent away. That your parents will send you to live with a relative. Is that true? Probably, yeah. Of course it's true. I knew it was true when I asked the question. Maybe if you just cleaned up, if you stopped skipping now, then maybe you won't have to go. And if you're having a hard time with studies, I can help. We could go to the library or something, and then there's 1 month left. It's not gonna work. I get it. My voice is shaking. It's better if I keep staring at my shoes. It's okay. It's about what I expected. Of course I knew it's pointless to cram at this point. It was just an excuse. A selfish ploy to get some scraps of Ira's time before she goes. I wonder, did I do the same when Tasha moved away? It's only been 3 years, but now that I think back to it, it's also hazy. I was a very different person then, I'm sure. At least I probably didn't humiliate myself like this. Hey. Huh? Thanks. No, I didn't do anything. It was a dumb suggestion. It was nice of you. Nice. Right. She doesn't know. She thinks I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart. It's just not fair. She really is too good of a person. Are you not going to the toilet? Oh. Actually, since you're here, have you seen anyone hiding a diary nearby? Diary? Yeah. You know, the one we use for classes? Maybe you've seen something like that lying around. Ira's expression darkens. Don't we were just playing a game. I guess the guys got a little carried away. I've checked the whole class and the corridors. It's probably somewhere obvious, but I'm just no good at that kind of stuff. When I had Igor's pencil case, they found it right away. She throws a cigarette butt out the window and hops off the windowsill. Without saying a word, Ira storms past me, but I grab onto the edge of her dress just as she's about to leave. Wait, I said it's fine. We're playing a game, really. Please, don't get into more trouble because of me. I wasn't going to. Huh? I have an idea where it is. It was Garen, right? No, Tsuchinoko. Same difference. She walks out the corridor, and I tag behind. I'm not sure what place Ira has in mind, but it becomes immediately clear when she makes a sharp turn to the right. Wait, serious? She swings up to the door to the boys' restroom and loudly marches in. Ah! Some poor guy tumbles out, almost colliding with me. Sorry. We're sorry. He turns and shakes his head at me in disbelief. I mean, what's there to say? I follow Ira into the bathroom. Ugh, it smells so much worse in this one. I look around and see Ira's hand reaching above one of the stalls. There it is. My diary. Right by the tiny window at the top. Ira steps on the toilet bowl. Please be careful. I'm fine. She grabs onto the flush tank secured way above, and then using it as an anchor, she reaches for the windowsill. Catch. Pap. I clasp the diary in my hands. It's really been here all along. Look up at Ira, who's now awkwardly trying to get down. Wow, Thank you. Yeah. What? Bam. Ira almost loses her balance, but jumps just in time. The bowl makes a loud clang as she hops off. Whoa. Are you okay? Yeah. Let's get out of here. You think it's broken? Dunno. I didn't see anything. But why would I be in a men's toilet? Gross. You sly dog, you. You dirty dog, Ira. I see. Thank you again. How did you know it would be in the boys' room? You think Shurek would go into the ladies' room? No, I suspected they put it there. I just didn't have the courage to enter. You can't keep doing this. I know. I should have checked there from the start, instead of running around the whole school like a... No. You can't keep going along with it. It was just a game. It wasn't. No, really. We were just playing around. Bullshit. You know damn well what they're doing. They're not your friends. I never said that they were. Then why don't you tell them to piss off? For once in your life. I can't. You like being a victim that much? It won't get any better if you keep doing this. It will only get worse. It's not that bad. And I wouldn't... I can't. I can't just say something like that to them. I'm sorry. Why the hell not? Well, I wouldn't be right, and for the love of... It's not like I never tried it before, but when I say something, they just make fun of me. Nothing changes. So freaking what? Who cares what they say? Just don't bother with them. I'm not like you. I can't just do that. I can't act like I don't care when everybody's laughing. I can't look people in the eye like that. And when I go along with it, at least they talk to me. And I know you're okay on your own, but So what's your plan? Huh? That's it? You're gonna spend the next 3 years like that? Seriously? She exhales sharply. She doesn't even look annoyed anymore. I get that. I'm also disappointed in myself. Asya. Yeah? You know I'm leaving soon. That's right. I understand what she's getting at. The unspoken rule Garen and his friends have been sticking to, holding themselves back when Ira's around. The real cowardly reason I'm so terrified of her going away. I don't know what to do. Why can't I stop? The hand she's been dealt is much worse than mine. But here I am whining and clinging to her like a leech. I should be the one helping. I should be the one telling Ira to get her act together. And yet, I can't think of a single thing to give her. Write me a poem. Huh? A poem? Why? What kind of question is that? Because I liked them. Oh, really? You like them? You liked my poems? Why else would I ask? That's... Thank you very much. Oh, Asya's so cute with the little, like, closed eyes emote. Oh, cute. I mean, yes, of course. I'll write one. Do you want it to be about something, or maybe in a specific meter? I don't care. Anything. All right, I'll think of something and then I'll try. Yeah, you do that. Ira checks her wristwatch. I gotta go. I'll see you around, I guess. Already? Yeah, alright. I'll see you around. She waves her hand and leaves. I watch her walking down the empty corridor. Empty. I've really stayed in school for way too long. The shadows stretch along the hallway, tall and dark. My heart is pounding. I should get going too. Cute. High school romance. High school romance. I've seen this line before. My life didn't exactly change. Went to school the same way. I sat through the lessons, then went to the store and then to the library or for a walk, and then when it got dark, I headed home day after day. Sometimes my classmates joked around with me. Whenever that happened, my thoughts involuntarily drifted to Ira. She still attended classes. She vanished during breaks. I never asked where to. Kept imagining scenarios in my head, not just when I was being laughed at. I did it when I was walking home from school or to the store or wandering the streets killing time. Kept thinking about how funny it would be if I bumped into Ira. I thought how interesting it would be if we talked. I even tried to stay out longer. I started taking new routes. And as naive as it was to behave that way, I kept doing it. Huh. Oh. Ira. Hi. What are you doing here? Ira points to her cigarette. Oh, no, I mean, what are you doing at the center? I came to return some books. Oh, so you go to the library. What were you reading? Stuff. You don't want to say? You won't like it. Huh? Why not? Ira looks like she's really weighing down the pros and cons of exposing me her taste in literature. Did she read something she shouldn't? Maybe she thinks it's too dark or crass for someone like me. Beep, boop, beep. That's kind of unfair, though, isn't it? You know, the other week I finished The Plague by Camus. Never read it. It's about a physician trying to save a town from an epidemic. And then what happened? I've never read Camus. It's very visceral. But I enjoyed it a lot. I'm not sure I agree with the message though. Yeah? What was it? It was basically that evil is an inherent part of life. You can try warding it off, but it'll never be for good. And even if you do find good things in times of crisis, there will always be some greater force spiking your guns. Yeah, sounds about right. Huh? I guess there are some okay people in the world, but there are a lot more dirtbags. Really? That's a pretty depressing way to look at it. That's how it is. I don't know if I agree. At least I've never met somebody I would call a dirtbag. Are you serious? Garen's right there. Garen? Well, it's not that bad. Uh-huh. Really, I don't think he means it. I'm sure everyone's trying the best that they can. Most people wouldn't want to cause anyone pain, right? I actually, I think that's something Keimu and I can agree on. Huh. Yeah, right. If everyone's so nice, where's all that greater evil coming from? You think it's some natural phenomenon? No, of course not. There are things we perceive as painful in the moment, and there are really horrible, awful things happening every day. But I don't think it's right to call them evil. Evil is intentional. Those things don't come from bad intentions. Sadness, loneliness, misunderstanding, fear, but not evil. There's a famous judge, Dionysus something, from ancient Greece, I think. Anyways, he said evil is not a being, for if it were, it wouldn't be totally evil. Evil has no place among being. Okay. So Hitler's not evil? Holy shit! Bomb drop. That's a rather extreme example, but it's not like he was born that way, was he? I mean, you are so naive, Asya. So naive. It wasn't his natural quality, I don't think. So, the point still stands. He grew up and became evil as hell. Evil exists. It's freaking everywhere. Just because there's a reason for it doesn't make it better. Of course not. I just don't like it when it's described as something omnipresent. Omni what? It's like, it doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is, we aren't born with some big evil force inside of us. I doubt the universe is any different. What? The universe isn't a person. Of course it's different. Well, yes, it's not, I know that. But it is kind of a being, right? I mean, since every being is pure by default, so is the universe. Because it's the idea of being itself, right? And, I'm not making any sense, am I? You're not. Sorry. It's whatever. About what I expect. What does that mean? You're weird. You say weird things. Ugh. For a second I feel a lump rising in my throat, but then I realize something. Ara doesn't look annoyed with me. Oh, hi Dax, how you doing? How was your movie night? I hope it went well. We're keeping the gay times rolling with this gay little visual novel. Right now I think we're in a prologue to the story that's happening to catch us up to speed. In front of us is Ira, who is a delinquent, and the titular narrator character, Asya, is super closeted, doesn't realize that she's gay, and is like obsessed with her, but always gets bored. Or not bored, bullied at work. Ugh. Pretty sure Christopher Lambert and Mario Van Peebles got married. Nice, good for them. Hopefully they're happy. I think you would like the layout of this visual novel. It has, the backdrops are all like pictures that have been dithered up. And the music's pretty nice as well. I think the art's awesome. I think it's really cute. There's a tag on this for Steam for psychological horror, which I'm not super into, but we'll see when we get there if I can handle it. Ira doesn't look annoyed with me. In fact, it's like she's not repulsed by me at all. I don't really get it, but it must be nice being able to think that way. Huh? Like, everyone's good deep down. Like, nobody would ever hurt someone on purpose. It's a sweet world you're living in. How do you do it? If I were you, I'd be angry as hell. Aren't you pretty angry already? Angrier. Whoa. Even angrier. Yeah. I'd be 100 times as pissed. Scary. You bet. I imagined Ira throwing 100 chairs. 100 chairs flying toward 100 Garens. Chairs flying, bow compasses swinging. Ira is like Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva. Dozens of hands, half are for holding furniture, half for stationery. A halo of chairs and compasses. A halo drawn with a compass. Every new compass draws another halo. 100 times more compasses, 100 times more halos. Ira surrounded by 100 halos. We talk for a little while longer. Just idle chatter while she finishes her smoke. I tell her about some of the books I've recently read. My impression, my interpretations. 100 times more resist. So true. I'm not exactly used to sharing those, so my thoughts come out sounding dumb and crumpled. She keeps listening though. Every time I say something, I search Ira's face for signs of boredom. Maybe I'm just looking hard enough, but I can't find anything of the sort. Oh, jeez. I feel so happy I might die. I gotta go. She puts out her cigarette bud. Oh, really? Yeah, plans. I understand. But, some of those novels sounded kind of interesting. Check them out if I don't forget. Really? Please let me know if you do. And, sorry for the stupid philosophy talk. Can you shut up with the freaking apologies? I just said thanks. Sorry, Ira gives me a look so threatening, I cut myself off. Right. I hope you enjoyed them? She nods in approval. Phew. Oh, and, the books I read. They were, yeah? Angelique. Eh? By Anne Golan. Angelique? The romance series? Yeah, it's historical. It's not just lovey-dovey stuff, you know? I know my mom really liked them. They seem wonderful. I never got to reading them, and I didn't really expect you to be into. They're fine. It's not like I'm a huge fan or anything. You're not? It's just that if you want to read something historical or whatever, they're all right. Okay. I'll remember that. Ira looks like she's about to say something else, but then turns on her heels and stomps away. See you. Yeah, see you around. Ira disappears down the street. There she goes again. My body leans against the frigid wall. My legs are weak. We talked. Ira and I really talked. I never would have guessed. It was even nicer than I imagined. And I had no idea. So she likes books like that, huh? Ira likes novels like that? It's so wonderful. It's really, really wonderful. Every new thing I learn about her is more wonderful than the last. I need to meet with her again. I want to talk more. Maybe next time she'll tell me a little more about herself. It kind of feels like I hogged the entire conversation now that I think back to it. That was really self-centered of me. Next time, I'll have to ask Ira more questions. I'll ask her more about the books she likes. Maybe we could talk about movies. I wonder what her favorites are. Does she also like romance films? That would be cute. I usually prefer detective films, but I really enjoy all kinds of movies. So if she wanted to watch something, maybe we could even go to the cinema. That could be so much fun. It's been a long time since I've gone to there. I need to see her again. This bitch is gay. This bitch is gay. She is gay. It's awesome. She skips even more often than before. No point in keeping up with classes if you're getting expelled anyway. I guess that's Ira's modus operandi. To some degree, I understand it, but I still wish she showed her face from time to time. If only for one lesson. We probably wouldn't even talk even if she came. It's not like something we ever do in class, so I don't expect anything in that regard. Just seeing the back of her head would be enough.
What's with you, Shabina?
Huh?
You're all smiles. Finally taking my advice to heart.
What advice?
Not looking like you're about to hang yourself for a change. It's great to see, really.
Yeah, it is great.
We're so proud of you. How about brushing your hair next? That grin makes you look like a basket case.
Thanks, Vadim. I'll do that.
You're welcome.
He grabs my English notebook off the table.
Payment for my services.
His friends chuckle along. I couldn't care less about that. Even though she isn't here today, I don't mind. I know we're going to see each other soon. I'm going to do everything to bump into Ira again. I'll walk the whole town up and down so that we see each other. I'll scour every corner of this place to find her. Perhaps I'm being overly reliant on the universe's kindness. At the end of the day, even if I walk all the possible routes, there's no guarantee I'll run into Ira. But I want to believe. No, I'm convinced the world is merciful. So if we try my hardest, maybe my efforts will be rewarded. Of course, it's an entitled way of thinking, but there's so little time left. Too little time. I need to make the most of it. I'll make as many memorable moments as I can while Ira's here. I'll make every encounter count. I'll fill this measly scrap of time with wonderful things. Ira, hi. Huh? Oh, Jesus, it's you. She sighs with a mixture of relief and irritation. I barely hold in a giggle. I'm so glad to see her. It worked, it really, really worked. I spotted Ira between the rows of garages at the edge of town. She's crouching down by the wooden wall, hugging a thermos with one hand, holding a cigarette in another. What are you doing here? What does it look like? Meditating. Wrong answer. Ira shakes her head and looks back at the ground. Huh. The rush of joy that had washed over me when I first noticed her began to dwindle. Now that I take a closer look, I don't think I've seen Ira curled up in this way before. Everything about her posture screams exhausted. But why? Out here? Are you okay? She mutters something. Huh? On me. What was that? I didn't quite catch it. I take a tentative step towards her, but Ira's scowl stops me dead in my tracks. Huh? You spying on me now? What? No, I was just walking here. At a garage lot? Yeah. She gives me a look of such contempt it sends a shiver down my spine. Why? I'm not lying, really. I always take these walks after school. Going the same route gets boring over time, so sometimes I go through here, or through the barracks, or a couple times I even went to the helipad. You know, the one that's over there? As I speak, I see Ira's expression slowly change from disdain to confusion. Ugh, this isn't right. We talked so nicely just a few days prior. Why then? Did she hear something bad about me? From who? I don't think she'd believe a word of Garen's. I mean, I usually stroll along the main street, or near the community center, but it'll get colder soon, you know? So, it's better to enjoy the outdoors while you can, right? I just keep speaking, hoping she'll stop being mad at me. I need to keep going. I need to keep talking because that's what I wanted to do with her. I wanted to talk, and so I have to, because I can't waste this moment. We can recover from this. I can cheer her up, and we'll clear everything up, and she won't think that I'm some creep. I just can't stand it. I can't bear having her glare at me in silence. And the views are really great here on the outskirts. The sky's bigger, and you can see way into the tundra, and what I mean is I didn't think you'd be here. That's a lie. Well, more of a half-truth. I'd hoped she'd be here, like I hoped she'd be wherever I went. It's just that this isn't what I imagined at all. Not after our last meeting. Not after everything. She's just staring at me. For a moment, her eyes soften. And then she closes them as if just looking at me was wearing her out. She takes a drag and turns away from me. God. Can't I be alone for 5 minutes? I'm sorry. I wait for her to respond with something like, why are you apologizing again? Cut it out, or even just whatever, it's fine. But she doesn't say anything. I'm sorry. I'll be going then. Goodbye. Silence. I walk away. Ah, my heart. Oh, that sucks. Cold wind blows on my face. The mounds of snow on the garage roofs look smooth and soft. When blizzards hit, they'll get completely buried. I'd like to have a snow hill form over me, too. They look cozy. And actually, I wonder what Ira carries in her thermos. I guess tea would be the obvious answer, but what if she's one of those people that like to have some warm soup with them? That would be cute. I should have asked her about it. I feel like I'm gonna cry. Baby. Oh, little baby. She's in love. Huh, you got any plans for New Year's? What plans? I'll be with my folks. No, I mean after that. My sister's going to a party with other upperclassmen. Oh, are you serious? Think we could sneak in? No way, I don't want to hang out with her. Man, come on. They're gonna have those older girls there too, right? The ones from grade 10? Oh, and I bet Machina will be there. Like she'd talk with you. Hey, you don't know that. I said we're not crashing anything. They won't let us in anyways. Ugh. That's true. Big yawn. Oh. I always feel like visual novels tire my brain out. They tire my brain out a lot. I mean, especially on days when I don't work. I think I said maybe 20 words all day up until stream. And now I'm talking. Hey, I'm talking here. That's true. Where are we going then? Whose place? Not mine. We've got Grandma coming over. I can't host. You? Me neither. Vadim? No way. He's kind of tired recently. Oh, really? Yeah. It's whatever, though. Work stuff, I guess. I hear ya. My mom's also out of it. All the adults are pretty stressed, huh? Figures. It's the end of the year. Right. It's almost New Year's. It's a shame, but I don't feel festive at all. I'll need to help Mom decorate the house. Should I remind her about that? Feels like all of us kind of forgot about the holidays. At least I did. Well, maybe I didn't really forget. The end of the year has been looming in the back of my mind, but not as a cause for celebration. All I could think about were the days counting down to the moment Ira would move away. Bitch, you're so in love. Ira. I'm saving. She's absent again. I'm not surprised. I wish I could clear things up with her. I'm not sure how, but I have to. Maybe I should apologize again? What for? Did I really do something so wrong? I guess I've been pretty annoying, but I don't know anymore. I need to think of something that could cheer her up next time we meet. Will more apologies really cut it? Probably not. She'll just get more annoyed. And maybe a small gift. That might be weird though. Well, and I won't get any more allowance until next week. What could I even buy with this spare change? Huh. Maybe a little treat will do. A waffle? Would she like a waffle? I love that, like, twang. What the hell? She's not a freaking dog. Why does my mind always go to some weird place with her? Because you are gay. You are gay. I should just shut up. Focus on something else. Just so difficult to do these days. Difficult. But I've got to try. Inhale. Exhale. There. A little clearer. See the sidewalk a little bit better. Buildings, the sky, the lights. Everything around is friendly. Everything is beautiful. That's great. Those are great things to look at and think about. Though perhaps I shouldn't breathe so deeply. You can really get sick from this. Has been getting colder, after all. My usual routes have been getting harder and harder to finish. It's not just the temperature. The paths on the outskirts get snowed over, so trudging through them tires me out really quickly. The winds are picking up too. Even when I cover myself with a scarf, it feels as if my face is being pelted. I'm not meeting anyone out here in this weather. I should have gone to the library today. What time is it? Maybe I can still make it. Closes at 6, so no. For sure not. Oh well. They've already begun putting up New Year's decorations. Everything's lined up with lights. Oh. And there's a pine tree near the community center. So tall. And bare for now. Well, I like it as is. That way the snow rests on its branches makes it look so mighty. Alright, I'm getting into a bit of a festive mood. Wish the frost weren't so prickly, then I'd look around some more. Streets are empty, save for a couple adults I saw walking down to the bar. Hard to imagine there would be a lot of people out on an evening like this. So why have I been meandering around like I've got nothing better to do? Every answer to this is embarrassing. The insides of our apartment block is warm and muddy orange. There's no elevator, but then again, it's only 5 floors. I make my way upstairs, and an idea is forming in my head. An obvious solution to the problem I've been having. It's perfect. I have the perfect plan for the evening. There's our door. It's kind of uninviting, but that's just my opinion. I bet Dad's guests find it quite welcoming. Though judging by how quiet it is, I turn the key and enter. The only sound is the faint muttering of the TV coming from the living room. Yes, thank God no visitors today. I hang my wet coat up to dry, take off my shoes, and quietly go down to the corridor. Hi, Dad. Hello. I don't even stop to peek into the room. I won't see anything I haven't seen before. At least tonight seems like it will be calm. I wash my hands. When I exit the bathroom, I hear a soft voice from the kitchen. Out with friends again? Uh-huh. Hi. Mom nods her head, staring in front of her. She's smoking again. I go in and open the window, then turn on the light. She squints from the sudden brightness. You want some tea? I'm setting the kettle. She shakes her head. I sit opposite her and wait for the water to boil. She's not saying anything, and neither am I. It's not awkward per se. I just pick at the oilcloth and swat away the smoke that occasionally drifts in my direction. We're both used to this kind of thing in our own way. Even so, I go to my room as soon as I fill up the teapot. I don't like locking myself in here. I do it every time, and every time I'm swarmed with nasty thoughts. Can't even spend some time with your mother? You run away from her, even though she has it so hard. So hard. You traitor. Brat. Ungrateful filth. It's the kind of self-flagellation that goes nowhere. Do I think that if I badmouth myself even enough, I'll be forgiven? This happens every time and changes nothing. It's pointless, so I direct my attention elsewhere. What was I gonna do? Oh, right. I pick up a pen and start flipping through my notebooks. Oh my god. Ira asked me to write a poem. Just thinking back, it makes me so giddy. She said it. She told me she liked it. Ira likes my poems. Nobody's ever said that to me before. Well, Tasha did. But that was years ago. That poem, the one that Garen read, what did she like about it? Maybe I should have asked. Where was it? Ah, that's it.
Сырая черная земля, не обнимай меня так нежно, не рви наряд свой белоснежный и спи спокойно. Только я буду царапаться и биться, а иней пусть себе искрится, и пусть летят по небу птицы, и светит бледная заря.
I wish I could understand. O damp black earth, do not hold me so tenderly. Do not tear your snow-white attire and sleep peacefully. I will scratch and I will beat, but frost will still glimmer, and birds will still fly across the sky, and... Excuse me. Am I not allowed? Ugh. It's so lame. I can't blame them for laughing. Finding that Garen was too nice. But at least she liked it. For some freakish reason, Ira liked it. So maybe it's not all bad. Maybe I can make something worthwhile. At least worthwhile in Ira's eyes. That's all I really need. She got angry at me the last time I saw her. I don't know why. I mess up a lot. I really mess up a lot. I doubt she was in a bad mood because of me, but, I definitely didn't help. But now I will. Maybe if I do this, she won't be so mad at me anymore. I've been really trying since that day. So the day she helped me with the diary, I mean. I've been trying, but I can't get the words to flow right. Today, though, I really want to do this today. I think I can do it. I'm like a kid that only does their homework when their parents yell at them. I don't even know when she'll show up to school again. And bumping into her in the street is a tough bet, especially with this weather. Huh. New boot streak in 15 stream. Love it, love it. Well, I will try anyways. I've got nothing to lose. What's the worst case scenario? Appreciating gorgeous scenery? Oh, heaven forbid. I'm going to enjoy this to hell and back. And when I hand that poem to Ira, then then it will all be worth it. Ugh, this bitch is gay. This bitch is gay. Ow. My wrist is tired. I'm gonna totally wear down this poor eraser at this rate. Gotta remember to buy a new one. Just a bit annoying. Even though I ask my classmates to be more careful, they always forget about it. I didn't used to do that before, but now, whenever I lend a textbook to somebody, I specifically ask them not to doodle in it. Despite that, they always come back with crude drawings all over. I can't hand them back to the library like that. And I'll get in trouble if a teacher sees it. So, I lean back in my chair. A week. That's how long it's been since I've last seen her. It's not exactly new for her to skip several days at a time, but a whole week? Nobody else seems to be bothered, though. I shouldn't be, either. It's not her job to be my, I don't want to call her pit bull. Either way, it's nothing new. Nothing new, nothing bad. Maybe Ira is taking in the town she's grown to love. Who knows when she'll return here after she moves out. I get that. I would do the same. But still, I just wish I could see her. Is she still mad at me? I really hope not, but if she is, I have just the thing to help it. That's right. It's done. I wrote Ira a poem. I wonder how she'll react. I wonder if she'll like it. I really hope she likes it. Maybe she'll smile. Or what if she gets flustered? That would be so cute. I want to see her make that face again. I keep walking around. I don't really expect to see her at this point. It just feels like a duty I need to fulfill. Like a soldier patrolling the streets. Whoa, that sounds pretty cool. And it's not like the weather is harsh all the time. Real colds will settle in a couple of weeks. The wind can get annoying after a few hours. But aside from that, it's bearable. It's pretty. It's all good. The main road. The 2 residential streets. The community center, the helipad, the garages, the parking lot, the school, the stadium, the research center, the kindergartens, the barracks. I've seen it all 1,000 times. Perhaps somewhere deep down, I'm a little tired of this view. But I can't hate it. And I can't pretend like I won't miss it when it ceases to exist. When I finish school, I'll go to university. I'll tell everyone I'm from Vorkuta, not Vorkuta 5, because Vorkuta 5 does not exist. People from Vorkuta 5 do not exist. The ones outside will ask me something about Vorkuta, the real Vorkuta, and I'll answer with zero hesitation. If I couldn't do that, I wouldn't be allowed to leave at all. To leave Vorkuta 5, you have to deny its existence. I have to deny its existence no matter how much I want it to exist. I have to deny. I have to. But it's tough. So tough that I'm not sure I'll ever manage. Realistically, I'll probably slip up and blurt out something incongruent. I do slip up a lot. I hope I'll get better at it by then. Maybe I should stop. I lower my scarf and take a big breath. Ouch. I'm seriously gonna catch a cold from this. Ugh. At least my head feels really clear. I look up and see the familiar purple gray of northern twilight. No, not twilight. Today is the first day of this year's polar night, so I won't see the sun until the tail end of December. It's nothing too bad. Personally, I don't mind the dark. Some people seem to get really depressed during this time, but I'm not one of those. Ugh, if I stay out for just a little longer, wait for the clouds to clear, I'll see the stars come fully into view. It's a beautiful sight, especially from here, from the barracks. Far better than that dinky sliver of sky I'd see from my apartment windows. I wish I could stick around for longer, but it's getting too cold. I start making my way back. Decrepit rows of worker housing disappear behind bigger and better homes. There's an old playground just around the corner. That's right, we used to go there all the time with Tosha. Even back then, it was just kind of unpopular. They built a newer one just 5 minutes away, so we often gotta have the whole thing to ourselves. I guess that's why we liked the place. Somehow, today feels quieter than ever. I can hear a faint clinking sound as the wind passes through the swing set chains. Eh? I slow down. It's a figure standing on the frozen merry-go-round. A drunkard? No, we don't have those kind of people here. At least not out and about in the streets. The frame doesn't seem like it belongs to a man either. I approached, gently making my way through the snow. My Valenki sink into it with almost no resistance, almost zero sound. When was the last time we've had snow this soft? I don't remember. But perhaps I've stopped noticing the crunch of ice under my feet. Perhaps it's me being too focused on the person I've now recognized. It's Ira. Oh, hun. Oh, what happened? She's hunched over, elbows on her knees, hood down despite the cold. Her hair is tangled, half wet from the snow. What is she doing out here? Smoking or... Huh? I stop a few meters away. Ira's letting out quiet, gasping sobs. Ira? She looks up fast, as if jolted awake. Eyes red and puffy, face raw from wiping at it with her sleeves. There's a bit of snot on her upper lip. What? What do you want? I don't know what to answer. What do I want? All I can think about is how I've never seen a person look so small. Ira swipes at her eyes again, then stands. She stumbles a little, trying to regain her usual posture. What, another one of your hangout spots? Damn creep. Her voice cracks halfway through. Well, enjoying the show? I slowly shake my head. No, I just saw you. Ira rubs her nose on her sleeve again. Her hands are shaking. Then go back to wherever the hell you came from. Go home, Asha. This isn't for you. I take a small step forward. I want to say something, anything, but my head draws a blank. Before I can squeeze out a single word, Ira turns around and stumbles through the snow away from the playground. I can't even muster the courage to call out to her, let alone follow. Simply watch as Ira vanishes into the alley. If not for her footprints, I'd believe she was never even there. Ira. The snow keeps falling. A feeling I've long forgotten swells inside me. I've learned to not acknowledge it, so I got buried many layers deep. The hollow space inside my chest grows darker. The sky is full of pinpricks. The world is looking down on me, but not in the way other people do. It's kind and gentle, and I don't feel small under its gaze. Its eyes are pure and tender. Aw, poor Ira. What happened to you? Who made you cry? Well, episode 1, end. Episode 2, Marina. Alright. I think I'm too sleepy. I think I really like this. But I think I'm too sleepy to keep going. Especially because, to my understanding, there's 9 episodes. Which is crazy. But it also implies that this story is deep. And like, who's Tasha? Who is Gavim really? Like, because there's history there. There's clearly history there. But we will pick back up Z.A.T.O soon. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe next Sunday. We'll have to see. And it will probably be at an earlier time slot because talking visual novels just make me so sleepy. Not for a lack of excitement in a visual novel, but simply because I get sleepy. I'm a sleepy girl. I know this was a shorter stream, but I appreciate all who hung out for the time that you did. I think I'll download this VOD and I'll put this one on the YouTube. I want to start making sure the YouTube get some of my sequential games again. I think it would be nice for it. Now where do I want to go? How about let's go to Postulette, who's playing some Persona. Little Persona action. I think it'll be a nice vibe, and you know I've lurked a bit in Post streams. And they seem like a very nice person, so everyone be nice, and as always, you know, drink some water, have a snack. If you're sleepy too, go to damn bed, and I will see y'all when I do and not when I don't. But bye y'all, bye.